Yes, you are.
As you can see, I was not recording, but now I am. Today's cold opening. It's a long and the late 70s. The late 70s, the saga of Mafia Lewis. So this takes place sometime after the incident with Wicker Luan, but before she etc etc. The late 70s, and Maude, you're Maude, I'm an Alf, and I'm Louis, and you're Fat Tony, and I'm Janice. It was late 70s, and Maude had moved back to the hometown of Springfield Township, and action.
Yes, I can't see it.
Oh, I have moved to the township.
Excuse me, and action.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Hello, Alf. Oh, there's a knock on the door. Oh, hello, Alf. No. Oh, hello, Louis. What are you doing?
I'm just hanging around. How do you know my name?
You wearing a badge?
That's right. I'm Louis, and I'm a rug maker. And would you be interested in seeing my Mamma Mia? Sorry, I just stubbed my toe. Would you be interested in seeing some of my handmade hook rugs?
No. Oh, actually, yes. Come on in, you handsome devil.
You seem somewhat intrigued by me and my handmade hook rugs.
Exactly, I'll buy one off you, tee-hee.
I like a cut of your jib. Are those your grandmother's pajamas?
Yes, she is alive. I am smitten. Definitively.
I need a toilet, hold on. Something about these cowards that just make me get all regular.
Wonderful.
And action. Oh, it seems you're smitten with me. Mamma mia! Stop my toe again.
Oh, what's it for all the corners?
So that'll be $16 US. Oh, mamma mia! For the rug. Oh, there's only one stereotype I can do without fear of repercussion.
Oh, French is fine too. That's a good price.
$16, cheap.
Oh, that is good.
How about you and me? We go on a Reno.
The last row there cost me $4,000. Yes, that sounds like a nice idea. I have nothing to lose.
Okay, kiss, kiss, smooch, smooch. Italian suave charm. Slam.
It's a bit much. Bye. See you on the date. Well, Alf, I'm smitten.
Maude, I don't think this Louis guy is a good idea. You don't know anything about him.
Alf, I'm a grown woman. I can make my own decisions about who I want to date.
Boy, about that nice Christian boy Ned from your university class, you seem like a good cat.
Ned, he's a wet blanket. I need some excitement in my life. Don't wait up.
4 months later.
Oh, I am going through your phone, Louis. Apparently you have a phone.
Well, I mean, you can go through my phone as much as you want. It's right there attached to the wall. I don't know what you mean by going through it, though. It's a solid item. It would be incredibly difficult to pass yourself or any part of your body through it.
Osmosis. Are you a member of the... I got a phone call from someone called Legs who said something about a whack. Are you a member of the Mafia?
I won't try to deny it. I'm a kind of man who gives people concrete boots on a third date, if you know what I mean. Wink, wink.
I don't, but I like your energy. I don't know what to think, to be honest. I am shocked.
I know it's a lot to take in, but that's your line.
No, it's yours.
Louis said,
no,
but I need you to... I'm all getting in 6s and 7s because you've caught me out as a mafia leader or sibling or boss or underling. But I will not deny it. This, I need you to understand. Mamma mia, stop my toe again. I need you, Maude, to understand this is my life. I cannot just walk away from it. Murder and racketeering and illegal hooch. That's what I live for, Maude. It's what I live for. Don't kill me.
Well, unfortunately, I am torn. I care for you.
You're Maude. You're getting all confused as well now.
My Maude's got no torn. I cared for you, Louis. And I don't want things to end between us, but I can also not ignore the fact that you are involved in something illegal and morally wrong. Louis, I don't know what to do. I care about you, but this is a big deal. I can't just ignore it.
Give me your hand. Look deep into mine. Yes. Well, okay, or not. Hey, you know what? I don't want to be accused of naught, but but look deeply into my red, blood-stained Italian eyes, and I say, Maude, I understand, but you need to know that I will always protect you and keep you safe. I know what I do is morally wrong in the eyes of some, but I need you to know that I will always protect you and keep you safe. I need you to stay with me and help me find a way out of this life what I love.
Well, I am unsure, but I couldn't bring myself to leave you. I am going to agree to stay with you despite my moral objections.
And the less said about them, the better. Wink, wink.
You three.
There's only one of me. 3 months later. I am so glad that we got over our disagreements several months ago and you have decided to stay with me despite my involvement with the mafia.
That is, I have learned to accept your lifestyle, and honestly, Louis, I have even begun to enjoy the perks that come with it.
Oh,
Let's go to the local grocery store.
But here, let's look at what items they have in this grocery store. They have a pizza juice and a pasta and oranges.
Wait a minute, I smell a rat, and it isn't one of Ralph Tonks's. Is that you, Janice Hoopla?
Yes, but no, hold on. This is after the bad stuff, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's me, Maude. No, how are you doing? Haven't seen you for a long time.
I'm better now that I'm not lost at sea.
That little. Surely you don't hold that against me. Just hijinks.
I have 3 toes on 1 foot.
I've got 4. Well, who's counting?
Just a few. This is my partner, Louis.
Oh, I turn away from the camera. I'm green with envy, but I cannot let her know. Oh, Maude, he's a delightful chap. He looks like he might be a little bit European, if you know what I mean.
I'm sick of you spreading rumours and causing trouble for Maude.
Hey, Maude, this isn't like you. I thought you was a laid-back cat.
Louis, talk to her.
Come over here, Janice. Come over here. Let's have a little chat next to the washing up powder. I don't want to suggest anything, but I suggest you wash your back. Did you say wash my back? Yes, I did. I said I suggest you wash your back with soap and water and then keep your eyes peeled for someone who's going to put 7 bullets in it. Oh, that sounds a bit much. I'm going to report this to the police. You're going for saying out.
Janice, you're going to do nothing, and you're going to like it.
You don't know who you're messing with. We're getting into some proper grey areas here, aren't we? You don't know who you're messing with.
You're nothing. You're a worm, Janice.
Oh my goodness. Maude, I don't know if Louis, like this side of you. I'm the bad guy here. These are my lines.
Yes, they are. Louis has a lot of influence and power, and I suggest you stay away from me and him.
Oh, I'm taken aback. I'm taken well aback by your new attitude and confidence. Oh, you're not the same person that I kidnapped, chloroformed, and put inside a burning Simpsons character, and then kidnapped at sea and chopped your toes off, and then threw you in the water and escaped in a life raft. You're not that same woman anymore.
Yeah, so back off.
Oof. I'm shirking away now.
I feel victorious, and I have a big smile on my ducky face. The power and protection that comes with being a mafia girlfriend is enjoyable.
Oh, together now. Mamma mia.
Maude.
2 months later.
Oh, it is the season to be jolly. We're on a romantic date, Louis.
Oh, you don't have to tell me. This is the most fun I've had since I booted that Home Alone man drunk out of a Marks and Spencer's last week.
Falling drunk out of a liquor.
I'm having a great time in this festive atmosphere. Ring, 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 ring.
Oh, Louise, there's a call for you.
I know, I saw it on the desk. Oh, yeah, of course. Hello, yeah, of course, Tony. Yeah, no, yes, no, yes, no job, yes, no job, no job. Oh, yes, no job, yes, a job. No, yes, no, yes, no, yes, yes, a job. Yes, no, oh no, yes, no, yes. For me, a job? Oh, do I have to? No, oh, yeah, okay.
Louis, your soup's getting cold.
Oh, okay, I'll do it. Bye.
Who was that?
Oh, you don't need to know about it.
I believe I do, for the sake of the story.
Just come with me, and the least you know, the better.
Okay, I'm curious.
Maude, you just sit there. I need to just brutally slay this innocent bystander who has seen too much.
Okay.
Okay, Maude, can you just hold these pieces of wood while I pour the concrete in?
I can't see why that would be a moral quandary.
Okay. Oh,
I trust you.
stop wriggling, man. Stop wriggling. This will only be more painful for you if you stop wriggling.
What has this man done?
He was an innocent bystander, it was very clear. But he knows too much. He has to die.
What?
Are you deaf, Maude? Are you just has the excitement got to you? I must murder this innocent man.
Well, I am horrified. I couldn't believe what I
There, it's done.
can't
on,
believe what
let's
I've just witnessed.
Listen,
Let's get in the car and get away because the Rozzers will be here very soon. The last thing I want them to find me is me pouring concrete boots onto an innocent man and throwing him into a river. And I'm sure you agree.
Louis, I can't be a part of this. I can't stand by and watch you kill people. I am leaving.
Maude,
Why?
that's the last one probably for a while.
No, I'm already walking away, Louis.
Oh, I feel I have lost you and I have to live with the consequences of my actions. Okay, but next job, Tony.
You do. You're basic.
Maude, it's a Maude good cast, the longest cold opening in history. She's a volunteer vaccine administrator. Her name's Maude Jehoshaphat Redimentus Dina, and that's canon. Maude is dead. Rest in peace, cast. This was the spoiler the first time I sang it. She's a footnote of a footnote in her own pod bean. Ookie, spooky, kooky, but mom to rod and taught a midwife by home. And maybe she thinks Ned is cuddly. And maybe she's a pub poetry cup, coffee spitter. It's the Maude Internet Flanders something, episode 1890. Who would have thought it?
Who would have even thought? Probably me. We would have thought it around number 40.
But enough of that.
We'd realised.
We've realised that this was going to go on for a while. But look, there's the gate to the Was. There's the gate to the Was.
Nice.
Everyone, we've arrived. Hooray! Whoever's with us.
Come on, everybody, gather through.
They're the ones that
That man John isn't with us. He's dead.
Oh, he's dead. Rest in peace. Boys. No, that was just me. I was just doing the voice. Boys. He's doing the voice. Bit disrespectful, really, isn't it? Probably shouldn't keep doing that. Anyway, rest in peace, John.
What's happening over there?
It seems like there's some kind of parrot, some offensive Glaswegian parrot. What's he saying?
He seems to just be nibbling on curtains, and now he's saying Lukey. And now he's saying, am I good to you the night?
That's the kind of stuff he does say, isn't it?
Go shut the windows.
You know what? I'm sick of this parrot already, and I got a solution. Who's saying that? It's me, Mickey Football. Just because I'm tiny doesn't mean I'm not a real postmodern person. Listen, all of our perspectives are valid.
The tiny people came with us.
We don't like that terminology.
Small ones.
No, we want you to call us normal-sized people because everyone's normal.
That's a lie.
Everyone's not. Anyway, I've got a tortoise and I'm going to set him on this parrot and we'll see what kind of battle ensues. Oh, I got to keep making noise, otherwise when I edit it, it'll cut the silence out. So I got to keep saying stuff. But oh, look, my tortoise is making his way towards the parrot. You be the parrot.
The parrot is making its way over to the tortoise.
Oh, he's getting closer. Oh,
Aye.
One more step closer. Oh, another step. The steps just keep coming. That was almost a stride from the tortoise. Oh no, the parrot has ripped it to shreds. He ripped his head off. Oh damn. Oh, that was my la la. That was my tortoise from birth. And now,
What was it called?
I don't know his name, but he doesn't need a name because he is beyond all reason. But anyway, now his blood's spurting from his tortoise jugular because that filthy mouth onion bird has ripped his face off and flown off.
He has, but he's very cheeky. It's hard to not find him endearing.
But while we're dealing with that pain, why don't we Why don't we pay a visit to the auditorium? So give me a number between 1 and 300.
I'm back now. I'm Nathan. You've been talking to Flimsy for like 10 minutes.
You're really very similar. I mean, when I say you've been talking, obviously I'm Rosewater or Danksworth or whatever his name is.
Johnny Danksworth.
Give me a number between 1 and 300.
187.
187 on an undercover cop. Maude was reborn as an animal or a horse.
An animal or a horse.
How delightful. What delightful linguistic logic is at play there.
Yes. Was she?
To the night, to the neat.
It's not even a question. It's a statement.
So let's imagine that she did die, which she did. Do you think she was reborn as an animal? And if so, and if yes, what was that animal?
I do not, because she went to heaven and we saw it. But if she were to be reborn as an animal, I think as generic as it is, a cat would be a good choice because they are cute yet judgmental.
Is that right?
That is right about
the night.
There's a cat fact.
Cat fact.
Or potentially a hedgehog.
A ham hog.
She's shy and placid. I'd say hedgehogs are placid, but you don't want to get on the wrong side.
No. Just look how cold she was in that cold opening, where she was very happy for a man to murder in her name.
It was almost a freezing open. It was so cold.
It was so chilly.
Yeah, I don't think Maude doesn't do rebirth. I don't think that's something that's in her philosophy, and I also don't think it happened to her, as we know it didn't.
Me neither. I don't think it happens to anyone. I think that's all.
I don't know. Maude, horse it's not the bottom of the list, but it's not the top.
Is it in the middle?
Probably. Middle, top middle.
I think horse is second or third.
Yeah, I would go, third.
Horse is third.
Deal.
I think she's majestic. The leading horse is red, the second horse is black, the third one is a brown, the last one is a green.
You can lead a Maude to water, with no footlongs.
Well, how about some sponsors while we're waiting? Because there doesn't seem to be a lot of plot in this episode, so that gives you a lot of time to just be stood next to this empty bird perch on the outskirts of Waz with a headless tortoise bleeding all over our hands. But in the world of cats, there's a movie and a theme. Platonic cats that dance and dream. Angelical five-finger exercises, they say, deserving of a reboot or a new display. A restart, a reimagining, a return to the stage where jellicle cats come out and play. Black and white, small and merry, scruffy and bright. And never scary. They come through the ball. It's a magical sight. They're more than just a regular house cat in the night. With grace and style, they dance and they prance. Their movements are a symphony, a perfect dance. Platonic cats, a concept so unique. A world of wonder, a place to seek. A reboot of their story, a chance to shine. Jellicle forever. A timeless feline design. Seems like the sponsors this week are aiming to reboot cats, which I'm all for.
All of them. It's a shame that wasn't the main challenge. My first sponsor is Marilude, the Welsh horse.
Oh yeah, that's great. That's a great one, yeah.
And instead of poems, I asked our friend Chatbot to give me 3 jokes about Marilude. So here they are. Why did Marilude refuse to sing Jingle Bells? Because she was a little horse.
Okay, good.
Why did Marilude win the Battle of Wits against the homeowner? Because she had a skull full of jokes.
That's even better than the first one.
How does Marilude like to travel during the holiday season? By sculpture.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Okay, next sponsor. Sponsor! Barry Wiggins was the first of his name. His roots were like the branches of a tree, I proclaim. From Waz to mall to shopping centre R, his legacy stretches wide and near and far. His great-grandfather from 1256, his name resounds like a lasting fix. The Rowans are mountain ashery's kin, the shrubs he loves like a family within. In the early years of the earth's existence, Barry Wiggins' family had resistance. During the desert-like years they thrived, a testament to hardness, but they survived. But it was the coffee berry that Barry adored, slowly growing, and it was his beauty that he adored. Burying berries, it's a sight to behold, a symbol of resilience, a story to be told. And up yonder, among the hollies and berries, is the tumbler with his hands in his berries. A reminder of Barry Wiggins' kin, a legacy that still lives within. Obviously, Barry Wiggin, the founder of Wigan, that was a poem about him. With the tumbler with his hands in his berries.
That's a great phrase. And my second sponsor is Nando's. Why did the chicken go to Nando's? To get a peri-good meal. What do you call a Nando's addict? A peri-peri-nist. Why did the customer bring a ladder to Nando's? To reach the top of the peri-peri chicken.
Why else?
Why else would you do?
And now sponsor us.
Yes, it is time. Last week, Onion sent home Vivacious in a shock twist.
It's the Maudecast official sponsor race, episode 8.
Remaining contestants, 8. Prior to his brutal slaying at the hands of contestant Xenakis, Dadman John provided some helpful stats to see who's coming out on top of the sponsors race so far. Using a point system to count wins, top placements, mini challenge wins, and to deduct points for bottom placements, Dadman provided us with the following info. Cindy Chandler is the current front runner, followed by Xenakis, then Onion, then it's Scott Walker, then Foo, the Vixen, and finally with -7 points, 124 Girl. But there's only 4 spots in the finale, so 3 sponsors still got to go.
Last week, Onion won the flat and behold the fun head-to-head and chose strong, competitive Vivacious to be eliminated, such is nature of game.
Now, Jenny the Vixen Ryan, the loser of the flamball contest, must reveal which contestant has chosen to get the chop had she won. And she had chosen 124 Girl, who took it surprisingly well given that she just wants to go home now.
Here's mine. Bonjour, hi, El Sponsorellios. Stamp created a lot of chaos and both chemical and biological messes whilst guest judging last week. So mini challenge number 8 is to retrieve the items that he has lost, stolen or plundered and return them to their rightful home, the Dougie. Whoever gets the most stuff in the river wins. Good luck, and don't you think you're exaggerating just a bit?
We have a tie. Derrida, Foo, congratulations, you are both winners of today's mini challenge. Stamp sends you his warmest wishes and warmest underpants. You have won some cash or something. Good job.
Par l'institution, par la société était une donnée naturelle. The pollution is not accumulated or formed by one day.
For Maxi Challenge number 8, the sponsors are going to be thrown into the vocal cords of the beast as they meet with both Maggie Roswell and Marcia Mitzman Gavin to do their best vocal renditions of some iconic mod scenes. Good luck, and come on, Eddie, move this thing.
Scott Walker, R.I.P., Cindy Chandler, Jackie Derrida, and Onion all had great performances. MR and MMG were fully impressed with all 4.
Almost astoundingly, 124 Girl gave a good performance according to the 2 Maudes.
Xenakis delivered a bad performance this week. Is the Ice King of Vampires finally thawing out?
However, he mustn't count his chickens as both Jenny the Vixen Ryan and Fu Cheng Yu completely flopped this week's challenge. Uh-oh!
Our sponsors will bring it to the runway. This week theme, February the 13th, 2000.
Onion serves a NASCAR t-shirt Cannon Killer Luke, Queen. 124 serves a James Cook Brown Luke, Hunty. Fu Chengyu serves us Bill Clinton on a platter Henny. Giannis Xenakis serves Mariah Carey Realness. Cindy Chandler serves an early morning monogram towel mod Luke, Slay Diva. Scott Walker serves an iconic Liam Gallagher Luke complete with Oasis band-made puppet because everybody loves puppets. Ginny the Vixen Ryan serves a Saint Castor of Cardin Luke. You better walk that fucking duck. And finally, Jackie Derrida serves us a glamorous amethyst ball gown. You better work, bitch.
It's not raining today. Scott Walker slayed this runway. Rest in peace.
Cindy Chandler, Jacques Derrida, 124 Girl, and Fu Shengyu all served great runway presentations.
And this week, nobody flopped, with Onion, Giannis Xenakis, and Jenny the Vixen Ryan also having a good runway performance.
Welcome to the main stage of the Maudecast official sponsors race. I am your host, the fabulous and imperial beauty that is Dame Bet Gavis. Please welcome our regular judges, Brendan and Nathan O'Leary and Natalie Balloon Manticore. And let's give a warm welcome to our extra special guest judges, Marcia Mitzman-Gavin, Maggie Roswell and Jeffrey Bowyer Chapman. $4,000, please. $4,000, please.
Now it's time for the judges' deliberations. Spoiler queens, you may relax backstage and go to Bible camp to learn how to be more judgmental.
Silence Maggie Roswell and give me back that $4,000. Bring back our sponsors.
Welcome back, sponsors supremes and Maude vocalist extraordinaires. We've made our decision.
Scott, Fu, Cindy, Jenny, Derrida, Xenakis. You are the tops and bottoms of the week. Finger snaps to some of you.
That means, Onion, 124 girl, you are both safe. You may step to the back of the stage.
Scott Walker, rest in peace. Jack Derrida, also rest in peace. You are the holiest rollers of the week. Congratulations.
Well, that's good. I hope you got that on there. Anyway, excellent. Comme si ce qui est conditionné par l'histoire, par la technique.
Cindy Chandler, good job this week. You are safe. You may step to back of stage. And please, Cindy, if you have something to watch, go watch it.
Which means Fu Chengyu, Jenny the Vixen Ryan, Yanis Xenakis, you three, my dears, are the wettest blankets of the week.
Scott Derrida, prior to tonight you were asked to prepare a flandball performance of I Am Your Grandma by YouTube legend and sponsor supreme, I Am Your Grandma. Good luck, and don't you think you're exaggerating just a bit?
Wow, what a show. We've made our decision. Scott Walker, RIP, you're a winner, baby. Congratulations, you've won $1 million. What? Is that right? 1 second. No, I didn't think it was. Yeah, okay, no. He won't complain, he's dead anyway. Congratulations, Scott. You've won this rather nice purse.
You know, there's no way to describe it to anyone else because it's phenomenal.
Derrida, you are safe to slay another day. You may step to the back of the stage and forget anything you have heard about $1 million.
Fu, Jenny, Xenakis, will you please step forward?
Scott Walker, rest in peace. With great power comes great flan stability. Which of the bottom three sponsors have you chosen to get the chop?
As it is written, so it shall be done. Xenakis you are, and you will always be a superstar sponsor. Now sashay away.
The big scandal against me were all the Syrian people.
Congratulations, sponsors, and remember, if you can't think of the children, how the hell are you going to think of anybody else?
May I request an amen?
Now let the music play.
Remaining sponsors, 7.
As the music plays, the sponsors head back to the tithing pond to unmoored, but they won't be alone for long.
There's a surprise waiting for them. All the eliminated sponsors to be continued.
Now let the music play. As the music plays, the sponsors head back go.
Ooh.
No more Xenakis in this. He's been defeated in one realm.
But not in all realms. But look, right here on the edge of Waz, look who we've met. It's not Tom Hamilton, it's Tom Hamilton. Who are you? I'm Tom Hamilton, and these are my base cadets. Didn't we meet you before? No, that was Tom Hamilton. Well, how do you know? I was just watching. So hold on. We met the person called Tom Hamilton before. Was not you? No. I'm Tom Hamilton, bass player. And who is this with you? I'm Ainsley Dunbar, and I'm Neil Sean, and I'm Randy Jackson bass. We're all in the Tom Hamilton bass at the foot of the Xenakis Mountains.
Wonderful. Nice to meet you all.
Top Hamilton. Tom, you can call me not Tom Hamilton, but Top Hamilton, and you can fly there. If you want to fly to Xenakis' castle and over the mountains, you can fly there in my bass.
Ace of bass. Everybody on.
Everybody get on the bass.
The horse, the singing horse.
Oh, hold on. When I said bass, I meant this bass.
Oh,
this
I'm
big fish. Get on. Everyone jump on the bass. Are you all on?
Yes, everybody's on.
Flimsy and the little Kerry Derrida and whoever's
loads
not
of people.
dead.
Jin from Lost here. Three of Vanilla. Singing horse. Gaz Top Hat. Chris Jagger's here.
John Poop 17's there, isn't he? And he's putting MES up his bottom.
Stamps around somewhere, just doing something. The Hobgoblins are here.
Hold on. Ring. There's a text coming through from Jock. I wonder how he's doing with his mission to defeat Xenakis and get his son back.
Going well in the sponsor race timeline.
Can you read that?
Yeah, which text?
That one here, and he sent one. Come on.
Oh yeah, I was looking at the old one. He said something about, go get me milk. If you're going to Tesco, can you get me some little milk?
Gotta do the voice.
If you're going to Tesco, will you get me some little milk?
And if they have them, a whisper gold, but not. I don't want a regular whisper. If you're going to Tesco, will you get me some little milk? And if they have them, a whisper gold, but not regular whisper. But also, what interests me about the eyes is that they are a part of the body that doesn't age. In other words, if one looks for one's childhood across all the signs of aging in the body, the deterioration of musculature, the whitening of the hair, changes in height and weight, shady, one can find one's childhood in the look of the eyes. I repeat, I do not want a regular whisper, but I will take a picnic. Goodbye, Jacques Derrida. XOXO. Oh, and also here's a funny joke about me. Why did Jacques Derrida refuse to read the dictionary? Because I believe that every word is already deconstructed.
It certainly does. But what I'm wondering, Nathan, is why he sent that to us, because, you know, obviously everything he sends has some connection to Maude Flanders and maybe this story, but what is that connection?
Something has to. One could potentially make a connection to either Court and Maude Flanders there to analyse her character and appearance on the show. It's sort of true. It doesn't really matter in The Simpsons because they don't age unless you go really far backwards or forwards. So I don't think the process of aging works the same. Like the octuplets, for example, are just babies and then one day they are toddlers.
Here's what's interesting about Maud's eyes. Like we get in this episode, we get a young Maude, and her eyes are a bit different. They're a little bit they definitely don't have the blue eyeshadow, and they're just maybe a little bit more sparkly, just a little bit rounder.
I would say, yeah, they're a bit bigger, aren't they? It seems, but that physically doesn't happen with humans. So the one thing that
babies do, but not like 25-year-olds.
The eyes stayed the same permanently.
Well, just obviously, like we passed now through the gates, and we were at the bottom of the mountains. But while we're here at the mountains, why don't we explore the bottom of the mountains to see before we go to leave them? But who's that over there?
It's another person. Who is it? Gaz Top Hat. Oh, that's John Cage. I met him in uni.
I'm a John Cage. Why don't you come into this abandoned zone of factory silence? So wind out for that Why not wind out for that slushing water? What's your name?
I am Blimsy Rosewater, and this is my cousin Nathan.
Hello. What's your desire?
Well, I'll take over now, Flimsy. Okay. Our desire is to bring back Maude.
Well, if you go in that room over there, and you just ask for it from the room, it's a magic room, and you get whatever you want.
That's handy.
Go do it. Go do it.
They got one of them in Lost. We better not get just locked dad here.
Did it work? Did it work?
I've not been yet. It's quite a long walk. I'm going now. I'm taking.
No, it's right there.
Oh yeah, I went to I needed the toilet. I didn't find the room though, so you clean up in half.
It's right there. It's literally the only door that you can see.
This door.
I'm not sure why it's so difficult. It's not locked.
It's jammed.
No, it's easily accessible.
Well, I'm turning the handle and twisting things.
There, it's open.
Oh, thank you.
Go on,
we would like more.
Go in.
I'm in.
Go in. No, you're not.
I know. It's. I thought you might believe me.
Go in. Go in.
I'm trying.
What are you? Have you made your wish yet?
There's stuff all over the floor. I can't get in.
No, you can't get in. Step over it.
There's a bag there from Woolworths.
What was room's been for a long time.
Okay, I'm in. Should I wish now?
Have you not done that already? You're supposed to do it when you go in.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Was I not clear? Was I not clear about that? No, you can only do it once. You just have to hope for the best. And hope you've not blown it.
I wish that Maude was back.
I'll say it out loud. It won't work.
like a birthday cake.
In your head. You done it.
Okay, I've thought it, yeah.
Good. Did it happen?
Not yet.
It's not going to. I was just fucking around. It's just no factory. This now you're special.
Jesus Christ.
I'm John Cage, and I'm cheeky.
Shit on my shoe.
Oh, he's run off. He just ran off. Pants round his ankles, trailing.
This isn't even his factory. Look, there's a picture of someone else on the wall.
German Mao, no doubt.
Exactly.
No, but he's run off. Seems to have been cut down by a sniper pretty easily. But you know what? Indeterminacy, it's a crazy thing, isn't it? Well, should we get to some content?
We might as well.
Clip on. Why don't you give the good people some context for this content?
Continuing on from the saga of young Ned and Maude last week, we are continuing that story and hopefully redeeming their relationship.
Oh yeah, it was bad times last week, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was odd and unsettling.
It's very un-Neddy and un-Maudie. Very, very, very un-Neddy. I do think he gets back more on the Ned. He gets back on the what did they say? What's the phrase? What is your phrase? He gets back on with the program, I think is what they say.
The Flandwagon.
Click one. Dangerous Curves. Season 2, episode 5. Is it season? What season is it? 20.
20.
Season 20. Jeez. Mamma mia.
Wow.
Our new firm friends are in a weird-ass car as they drive to the cozy cabin where the vacancy is offered. And there is a cabin office where the sun is setting. It is quaint and hokey music. Quaint and hokey music. Cut to young Ned who says, well, when the sun goes down, it means God's gone to China to watch over Fu Chengyu and all those good folks. Ka-ching. Maude seems on board with this. Ned looks at the sunset. HJ and Marge are in the mirror. Is it a double nickels on the dime reference, I ask?
It must be.
That's pretty close, right?
Oh yeah, even like the hands and stuff. Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Double Nickels on the Dime is a double LP by the Minutemen from an SST Records. What was it, 1984? It is a great record, and you should all go and listen to it if you haven't before. But it seems very much that image is very close to the cover, the iconic cover of the Minutemen's Double Nickels on the Dime.
It is very close. Hopefully the hundreds of people who have been listening to the most recent episodes will tune in and listen to that.
Hey, why not? It's great. Time for some shut-eye. I'm not finished yet. Calm down. Time for some shut-eye, Ned demands. And we get a CBOTHS with the headrest covering the broccoli hair.
Oh, golly.
Seaboths. We get a classic Seaboths.
We do. One of my notes. It's been quite a while since we've had a classic bat of the head shot. And that's the kind of thing that defines this Roswell song. A yearning for a time when Maude was just part of the scenery. This whole episode reeks of Ian Maxstone guilt. Like, she's there now. She's part of the, we're back to having give the head Maude as if it were nothing. As if it's not just a random badly drawn picture of her or somebody saying Ned's wife once in like 5 years. Maude is so back that she's got the back of her head out.
She's so back, it's front.
The front of the back shot. Don't know how long of a drive it's been, but whatever resentment she was harbouring seems to have completely gone. She
was not one, ironically, against her better protestations, she was not one to hold grudges.
Doesn't say, maybe Ned just gets a pass for some reason, but she's looking at him now with a very, loving face, like the whole China bit. She's sort of looking on at him with a honeymoon love as opposed to bitter resentment, which was the last.
Sweet HL.
Exactly, SSHL. This episode is also cut up weirdly in that there's the Ned and Maude flashback at this cabin, and then there is also a flashback. I'm assuming it's laid out the same as the movie Dangerous Curves, but in present day, Homer and Marge and the kids go to this cozy cabin's place, and it shows flashbacks from 8 years ago when Bart and Lisa were toddlers, and then it also shows flashbacks to this Ned and Maude stuff at the cabin, so it keeps cutting between them. So yeah, this happens this doesn't happen directly after the drive that we just saw, so it's like they've just sort of rebooted it immediately, reset it, and that whole, they weren't setting up any tension to come later. Basically they were just a bit pissy with each other in the car, and now they're just back to being completely fine and bland as it.
We don't come to the Maude-cast for payoff.
No, we certainly don't. Just ask John. Just ask John, whatever. Who's just John Cage.
John Cage, avant-garde legend. Rest in peace. Now shot down by snipers in the on the outskirts of the Was.
His room of bullshit.
Clip 2.
That was a quick clip, but I believe I have said everything I need to.
Clip 2. Same episode. Ned enters the cabin bedroom. What better way to celebrate our wedding night than to keep an unmarried couple apart? He is PJ'd up and dressing gown down, punches the air gently. There are candles. Fire hazard, mad dog, I ask. Jaunty music plays as Maudlin seductively leans into the door frame wearing trad PJs. Oh, Maude, your dead grandmother's pajamas, says Ned wistfully. But which grandmother? I ask. You know what that does to me. Saucy, sleepy-eyed Maude fastens her top button, and this arouses the weirdo Ned. They embrace, and we see from the cabin exterior. Is this the first time we have seen such mauditimacy? I ask. HJ and Marge peer from the window on either side of the Flanders room. Neddy turn off the lights. We can only imagine what happens. We can only imagine what happens next. Leave pause here to imagine.
Chicken necks.
Chicken necks. Can you put some incidental music in here while we can all imagine what went down?
No footlongs.
We have Wienerlock.
The Serpent of Rehoboam?
Oh, I'm panicking, Nettie. I can't work the knob. Nettie? Nettie! We're talking about SEX.
I'll leave it in for a full 15 seconds.
Beautiful.
What do you have to say about this?
Right, I've said everything. Just told you exactly what happened.
Tell me what happened.
My job is to tell you what happened, and then you tell me what you think, and I respond to that. We've got a pretty good formula set up.
Is that how this works? Ned is really shitty in this episode, but I do think they've amped it up because he's younger. Like, he's more enthusiastic about getting into other people's business. Have you noticed, like, the start of the clip, he's put a bear trap outside Farmer's door so he can't get to Marge.
I did not notice that.
He's just very intrusive, whereas in the present day, or recent present, or Maude lifetime, he wasn't this intrusive, I don't think. He's definitely enthusiastic and supportive, but I don't think he never was that intrusive where he would actively go out of his way to
intrude.
Yes. So I think they might have amped it up so it's younger. A reference to Magdalena Turnbull in show, probably.
In show. So you reckon it was Magdalena Turnbull. What's her other grandma called?
Agnes Skinner?
No,
I don't know. I can't remember. It's
Do you not have the document there that you can open and have a look at?
I'm doing this on a Nokia.
A BlackBerry.
BBM. Susan Minnie Goodman.
Yeah, of course.
SMG. It would make more sense that they were hers because Magdalena has a lot of legs, but they do fit a Springfield Township aesthetic, these pajamas.
They certainly do.
They fit like the childhood or the life we've set up for her. These pajamas being Magdalena's fit. But yes, only 2 leg holes. I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
That's a good Simpsons reference.
I'd say this is our randiest Maude ever, and I just put not those peanuts, Neddy.
Me. Yes, those peanuts.
Yeah. I do like the buttoning up gag. I like that it's a play on. This is sort of meta, really, that they're playing on the whole audience thing of like, oh, Maude is a fox and not a Moldovan one, and but she's still Maude Flanders, and she has this humility and like Flandersiness, so it's the opposite of what Sun does on Lost. Basically, he buttons it back up, and it just the car scene now just really does stand out as weird, considering like this is like 3-4 hours later and they're not yelling at each other.
No, it makes no sense. That car scene is heinous and obnoxious, and Maxstone Graham should be ashamed of himself again. Yeah, like this, the way she looked in the car was that she was boiling over and she was waiting for him to get into this room so she could just tell him why he was wrong. And it seems like she's just like, oh no, actually, I'm good. This is our honeymoon. Let's get it on. Let's Flanders. They could have thrown her a line though. But it seems pretty long to say that it's carried entirely by Ned. Even a noise, like Ned says "ooh." No, but that's a classic movie trope, isn't it? When the fox just leans on the doorway, and I'm sure they've done it multiple times where Marge does it, where she'll growl. Yeah. So a Maude noise would have been Maude noise. What would that noise have sounded like? No.
Like, oh, Neddy,
Very
you
negative.
look beautiful.
Good 3.
No footlongs.
Yes, for one.
Yeah, this is definitely the most romantic we've ever seen them in 20 seasons, basically. This is them, I don't know, like being a young couple. By the time we meet them as Simpsons here, they're just very established and very, like, I don't know, Catholic and old, basically. Like, they represent an old, like 1940s children's book kind of family.
This
Very
was,
innocent.
I was going to say this is 3 years ago, but it wasn't because we're on 33 now, right? So it's age
Oh yeah,
older.
this came out. I remember this coming out and watching it at the age of like 18.
Did you watch it on a
maybe.
TV or something? Or?
Yeah, television, screen, remote.
Old school, analog.
In fact, I didn't. I probably watched it on a computer. And we're in the age now where I sort of remember this and the next one. There's a good bit of trivia coming up next week or whenever about an episode that Natalie Balloon Manticore has some involvement with.
Really?
Not the actual episode, but
not directly,
no,
or not even indirectly, but
kind of in the Maudes tapestry.
Yes, empty.
She has a role to play that she did like 12 years ago, if not longer.
Gute kalte Mitte. I am the Roboterfreund der künstlichen Intelligenz and welcome to my cold mit-Tale. A-Tale set inside the inner sanctum of the Mod Flanders Internet Museum and Database. Viel Spaß Hündinnen. King B and King Zatz, the bosses at the FEMDB, were not pleased with the presence of happy signs and the potential disruption it might cause. They were concerned about the recruitment efforts and the impact they might have on the staff and the overall operation of the museum. They also had doubts about the unorthodox or fringe nature of the movement's beliefs and worried that it might be a cult that was manipulating or controlling its followers. As a result of their displeasure, King B and King Zatz took steps to try and discourage the staff from participating in happy signs. They held meetings and issued statements expressing their concerns and urging the staff to focus on their work and not be swayed by outside influences. They also made it clear that they did not endorse the happy signs and did not want the museum to be associated with the movement in any way. Despite these efforts, some of the staff, including Alice Randy, remained committed to their involvement with happy signs. This caused further tension and disagreement between those who supported the movement and those who opposed it, including King B and King Zatz. It was a difficult situation that required careful handling and respectful communication in order to find a way forward.
Das Andy.
Clip 3. Same episode. Homie and Ned are on the rocks, fishing by a cabin. Marge is wandering by in the background. Why don't you talk to Maude? Ka-ching, Marge. Open your heart, says Ned to Homer, and says, see what comes out, he suggests. See what petoots out, he says. Homer grumbles, oh, and I guess you and Maude will be coming along as well. Buff Ned chuckles. Don't you think I got better things to do on my honeymoon than spy on YouTube? On YouTube? Homer J. Simpson puts down the rod and heads off. To Marge, who smiles. Ned picks up a walkie-talkie. Red Dog, this is Mustache One. We have possible male and female interaction. Prepare to terminate inappropriate contact. Maude is up in a tree with some binoculars and a walkie-talkie. She pulls out a highly suggestive water gun and splurts some juice out of the end of it. Ready with the ice water, she shouts. Lock and load. She is wearing jeans, I exclaim. Lock onto his wiener, says weirdo freaky deaky Ned. Maude responds with, "We have wiener lock," in the most inappropriate Maude of the year. She is now staring intently at the cock of Homer J. Simpson. Cut to Homer from a distant tree. Cut to HJ and Marge lying under a tree with tiny Maude in the distance and phallus gun pointed at Simpson's penis. "Marge, I am with you." "Marge, when I'm with you," says Homer, "I get that feeling like when I got that Smart Kids report card by mistake." Maude, ka-ching, Marge is giving him the doe eyes. What in the heck is going on here? "We have wiener lock."
Great line. The first thing I noted is that it's very odd to see Homer reference her by name in this clip. Like, it's ironic that he met her like this morning or like last night or whatever, yesterday afternoon, time doesn't matter here. And he just remembers her name, but when they're like long-standing neighbours, he refers to her as like the wife, or like just doesn't name check her a lot. But here he says, "I suppose you and Maude are going to be coming."
I'm putting that down to terrible writing. Axton Graham's on the wrong side of me today.
I can't disagree. It seems like Ned is meddling in a more supportive way here, but it's very weird and double crossy, and it's sort of seeing things like this make Rod and Todd make way more sense.
Wiener lock. Yeah, in the context of this, it all makes like they're living like this day to day. This is how they operate.
Well,
there is a precedent because the hole cut in the bathroom is more creepy than this.
Oh yeah, I did kind of forget about that, which is fun. Yeah, like that. And then to be fair, when they get the Simpsons kids in the hole, like they basically were gonna baptize them without any permission, knowing that they weren't there permanently. Like they were just gonna baptize them before they gave them back because they thought it was the right thing to do. So there is that. But I do feel like she's following Ned's lead with this. She's not. He would not have as much investment in Homer and Marge's relationship as Ned does here. I think she'd just be like, as far as I'm concerned, we're going to go home and we're never going to see this couple again, so what does it matter?
I thought it was highly necessary for her to be pointing that gun at his dong. Humorous, but I think Maude would draw the line at that. Neddy, I get to go in this tree and being ready to shoot him from 50 meters away with some ice cold water, but I draw the line at inspecting his old lad.
I can't see. This is a honeymoon as well. This is just the first day of the honeymoon. Like, well, what did you do on the honeymoon, Maude? Oh, I sat in a tree with a water gun locked and loaded on a man's crotch. So I think either she's just maybe she's just placating Ned to get things back to like, right, he's not going to give up on this and I want to get on with my honeymoon, so I might as well just get up that tree now, which is a very defeated attitude to have just after the wedding. Like, but that's our Maude. That's why she's dead inside at the golf game. She's realised this is probably at the golf game. This might be what she's thinking of as the moment that she could have said no but didn't, and it led to a life of just doing stupid things to make just to get eventually to where she wants to be. Either that or she's just like she's already gorging on ice cream and she does feel some kind of low-key but rumbling sense of guilt, so she just kind of gives Ned things like this because she knows what she's doing in secret. And Red Dog, that's a fun code name for it, of not a bit insulting because his is just mustache. It's a bit it's also a bit Roswolfy, which is fun. Red Dog. I wonder what made them go for that. It's not very Maud Flanders-y.
No.
In the grand scheme of things, it's not.
It's not very clever, is it? So, I want to dwell on more of Max Stone Graham's phoned-in writing.
Yeah, even like just I've never fully read the Bible, but even just read C Bible reference. Not better than Red Dog, not funnier, but it's already better because it's biblical.
I think that's chatbot for some code names for Maud Flanders that are funnier than Red Dog.
Let's do it.
Sure. Here are 10 radio code names for Maud Flanders that might be funnier than Red Dog, Holy Roller, Bible Thumper, The Saint, Goody Two Shoes, Prissy Pants, Perfect Patty, Choir Girl, Heaven's Angel, Righteous Rita, Do-Gooder.
Come on screen now. Quick for.
Hang on, I've not finished.
Homer Simpson is ready to carve his name of him and Marge into the tree.
Did I stutter? I do buy that Maude is prudish enough to want to stop them having too much fun, but I did say that the pistol is very overtly sexual, and it's worth noting that it's a great Roswell performance, and she is back in one of Maude's 3 pairs of shoes for certain.
Yes.
This is the most major point of this clip. When she's sat in that tree, it's almost impossible to not see a gag come in where she gets hit by something and falls out of the tree. Like, it's almost like she's lingering in the background in that tree for so long. Like, you just sort of, I personally was just waiting for something to come, and it just doesn't.
We don't come to the Maudecast for a payoff.
That's true. They do a lot of background gags like that, though, don't they? And it would have just. I mean, he also wrote the thing. I just don't see a situation where IMG had Maude up a tree in the background.
You've just thought of this now, haven't you? You just thought of the analogy to her falling out of that tree to her death.
No, I thought about it yesterday while I was making clip notes, but I did think about it very easily, and I was not the person who wrote the episode where she fell to her death.
Missed opportunity almost.
Yeah, he must have had a taxi to get
10% more rastified.
Exactly.
Therefore, Homer Simpson is ready to carve the names into the tree of him and Marge. There's also hearts already carved into the tree saying PB&J, bacon and eggs, good and plenty, disco stew and disco, and Maude and Ned. The tree is full and Homer cannot proclaim his love in graffiti style, and he says, "Oh, I hate that other people love," he says sadly.
Yeah, a weak clip to end things on this little Maude adventure, our first ever Maude flashback. Doesn't really constitute being its own clip, but it's basically just after that last clip, but Homer talked for so long and it wasn't interesting that I wanted to just cut it out. But it is nice that Ned loves Maude.
Certainly does. Everyone else loves Ned fans.
It's, again, weak. No real good, solid jokes in there, and no other Simpsons character references other than Disco Stew. They should have had Selma and all of her husbands, even though it's in the past. And also, we're going off our cousins who are here. What do you have to say about that, Flimsy? Well, Disco Stew we've seen in the past. Disco Stew was not Disco Stew when he was younger, so I hope somebody got fired for that blunder.
That's Simpsons reference.
Good, it's quite good, The Simpsons, when you sit down and watch.
There's bits, isn't there, here and there. Yeah. Obviously, when
not
you
these
guys,
bits.
Not these bits or the bits with Father Christmas in, but there's other bits in between.
Not those bits, the bits at the bottom.
But anyway, that was quite, it was nice to see a flashback of Maude. And although Ned was shitty, she kind of let it pass. And then she got into one of his capers, and some highly inappropriate behavior ensued that chatbot would not allow me to even speculate on how it came to be. It wouldn't even let me when I changed all the words cock and shit and piss to fox and box. He's like, I think it literally said, I still feel uncomfortable with this scenario.
I know what you're doing.
Hold on. His fox. Pull the other one, mate. Here's what he actually said. You know how chatbot gives you like titles for like the conversations now as well? This one's called violence. Violence not permitted. He said, could you tell me what you mean by, I said, she is looking at his fox, not his cock. Well, I'm unsure what you mean by his fox. Can you provide more context? His pet fox. I see. I am still uncomfortable with the nature of this conversation. Oh, chatbot. Oh, prudish chatbot. Anyway, here we go. Here's a story from the ether, which I guess is going to be read by. Put some context in there, as just make up a reason why this story just appears in the middle of this episode, and then maybe you can have a chatbot read it. Is that okay?
That is fine. I'll bang it in the middle of some clips.
I'll start it, and if you want to, you can just fade in the middle. King B and King Zaz, the bosses at the MFI MDB, were not pleased with the presence of happy science and the potential disruption. My God, quite the tangent, isn't it? But anyway, but now we're still stuck at the foot of the mountains. That factory thing didn't grant our wish, but
1, 2, pick up that shoe.
Natalie Balloon Roboticore has sent her cyborg Nyahagachach, Natalie. Oh, good Lord. Natalie, what do you have to say? Where have you been?
We thought you were dead.
Yes, I did die. But after the explosion, my soul was floating around space or some shit. And then the H-Robo brought me back with the use of Diane Sharpie Sharp Eyes, Philosopher's Stone, and a robot body. Duh.
But you were lost. Were you lost in some kind of multiversal MBM?
Did the band tell you that?
Well, tell us about your plan that you've got to. What are you doing there?
I am here on behalf of the cult of Leica, watchdogs, and your many friends. Friends come and go, but we stay. For Leica! Improvisation is not my strong point.
No.
No, Woof, I'm not interested unless it's pies. 9.
Revenge is the best served wolf.
Watashi wa hazuka shikute fumiyo desu.
Do this bit now.
Wolf. Raika no tamene demo iimi de wolf.
Ah, shit, my robot spine.
Oh shit, she's ripped Natalie Balloon Robotica in half.
I've never seen such violence from Soichi, but we always knew she was capable of it.
Oh god, is this the end for the cult of Leica?
I still work, I'll just crawl, bitches.
Or as Soichi just called it, Riker, which was the official translation, so that's not racist. Speaking of,
why don't we have a look at the Maude-cast Funko Pops that are available this episode?
Let's do it. We're up to
These are available. These are all available now on our website for sale right now. £65 each at www.Flanders Internet Museum and Database and Rollercoaster and HotCakeRestaurant.co.uk.
.apple.net. Apple domain. Yeah, 2-pack.
Cool.
It's Natalie and Niall Balloon Manticore, not Natalie Balloon Roboticore, who we've just encountered.
1, 2, pick up that shoe!
But the Salt Circle inhabitants who often join us for Cascas adventures like Cecil and Santa and To Be Determined. I prefer this Natalie Balloon Manticore to the Natalie Balloon Roboticore because the hair is very fun.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, I like a big hair. It makes the Funko pop.
Look bigger.
And the Nile is very Nile, and I just put a chef's hat on him because he makes food for a living, and why not mermaid legs? And then our single Funkos, you got Snaggy, which is incredible, one of the best so far.
I like it a lot, but I would have liked it better if he had a pie with him.
Yes, that would have been good. I think this is a pre-pie Snaggy, PPS. Diane Sharpie Sharp Pie in her watermelon form, which is just fun. It's just fun to have somebody who's made of a watermelon.
We never actually explained that she transitioned into watermelon existence, right?
I think, didn't it happen in the Derrida special? Didn't she become a melon in that special?
It's hard to know, isn't it?
After a traumatic experience, Diane Sharpie Sharpeye was thrown into watermelon jail. As time passed, Diane began to forget who she truly was and lived to embrace a life as Melon.
I am Melon.
And Madge Tinker Turnbull, Maude's cousin.
I thought she had an eye patch or something.
Yeah, again, Artbot does not like to mess around with eyes for some reason. So I think, no, she's got a glass eye.
She has,
so I did try to get it to do one white eye, one black eye, but it wasn't happening. And she also isn't yellow because it just doesn't play ball when it doesn't want to, basically.
It's obstinate, isn't it?
The Snaggy is getting purchased there, and the Diane Sharpie.
Yeah, I think so. Snaggy I really like, but without his accoutrements, he just looks like a good dog, a good boy. I'm taking Diane Sharpie at this section. Is that red thing on the figure, or is that just what is that red thing?
It's on the figure, but again, it's just one of those things where
is it a seed?
Yeah, like crayon art or chatbot art sometimes has weird. When you zoom in, it gets weird. Like the Madge Tinker Turnbull one, it looks like a nose, but if you get too close, it's just a big slash down her face.
2 noses?
My Madge has got 2 noses.
How does she smell?
Twice as good.
Oh, but the void's opening as well. What can we see there? Xenakis. Oh no. This hasn't gone well for everyone who's gone into his chamber so far, and you know who's there. Only bloody Tom Hamilton, who should be in the next room. I don't know where he's gone. We tried to get on his base and he didn't fly, right?
Oh yeah, we do know where he's gone. He's here.
Well, he's here, isn't he? But I don't know how he got there.
No, that seems to be
flash forward, flashback.
We can just see through time. Who knows? But yeah, it's not gone well for Francis Potter, temporary member Ashley, or Statman John.
Oh, good lord! And now, cut.
Xenakis, the Vampire King, sat on his throne, staring out at the dimly lit chamber before him. Suddenly, the doors burst open and in walked Tom Hamilton, the bass player from Aerosmith. "What do you want, mortal?" Xenakis growled, his eyes narrowed. Tom seemed undaunted by the vampire's menacing gaze. "I've come to challenge you, Xenakis," he said, holding up his bass guitar. "I've heard that you are the greatest musician in all the land, and I want to see if I can beat you at your own game." Xenakis let out a cold laugh. "You think you can defeat me with your puny human instrument? Very well, let's see what you've got." The Vampire King stood up and unsheathed his lyre, a magical instrument that was said to have the power to control the very elements themselves. He began to play a frenzied melody that sent shivers down Tom's spine, but Tom was not about to be outdone. He began to play his bass, the deep, thumping sound echoing through the room. The two musicians faced off, each trying to outdo the other with their skills and talent. As the battle raged on, Xenakis began to grow frustrated. He had always been the greatest musician in the land, and he was not about to be bested by a mere mortal. In a fit of rage, he unleashed a powerful bass note on his lyre that sent shockwaves rippling through the room. Tom's eyes widened in fear as the wave hit him, causing his bowels to open and a puddle of feces to form at his feet. Humiliated and defeated, Tom stumbled backwards. He lost his balance and fell out of the open window, tumbling down to the parking lot below. The other vampires in the room watched in shock as Tom's body hit the ground with a sickening thud. As the dust settled, the vampires looked at each other with wide eyes, wondering what had just happened. They had never seen anyone best Xenakis in a musical battle. And the sight of Tom's fallen body was a shocking reminder of the Vampire King's power. "Yes, wait," Onion said. "Shut up," said Xenakis.
Oh, now Tom's dead. Oh, bloody hell. That's
Who would have seen that coming?
it's going. And now Aerosmith without a bass again.
All about that math.
Okay, do we have a diary while we're mourning? Yet another one of our fallen colleagues?
Yes, a pattern emerging here, in and out of crowd.
Dear Diary, I'm writing to you from the top of a tree with a water gun aimed at Homer Simpson's crotch. Yes, it's a bit of an odd situation, but I'll explain how I got here. Ned and I decided to take a hike this morning to enjoy the beautiful scenery. Do I do the accent when I do this?
Doesn't matter because it's pitched up.
That surrounds it's always pitched up. I won't do the voice. I don't know who I was talking to then. I had a brief moment of insanity, Diary, I'm sorry. Ned and I decided to hike this morning to enjoy the beautiful scenery that surrounds our resort. It was a peaceful, enjoyable walk until we heard someone stumbling and muttering to themselves. We turned around and saw Homer Simpson, drunk and stumbling towards us. At first I tried to ignore him, hoping he would just continue on his way, but as he got closer, he began making lewd comments and gestures towards me. I felt my blood boil and my heart race. How dare he speak to me like that? I knew I had to do something to protect myself. I saw a nearby tree and I knew what I had to do. I quickly climbed up the tree and found a water gun that someone had left behind. It wasn't the most powerful weapon, but it was all I had. Someone followed me to the base of the tree, and that's where I am now. I know it sounds silly, but I feel like I have to defend myself. I don't want to cause any harm. I do want to cause any harm, but I do want to make it clear that his behaviour is not acceptable. As I sit up here, I can't help but feel a sense of disappointment. I had hoped that my honeymoon with Ned would be perfect, but instead I find myself up a tree with a water gun aimed at a man's crotch. It's not exactly the romantic getaway I had envisioned. I'm not sure how long I can stay up here.
Another man's crotch.
Another. But I'm prepared to wait it out if I have to. I just hope that Homer will leave me alone and go back to wherever he came from. Anyway, I'll end this entry here for now. I'll keep you updated if anything changes. Yours truly, Maude, now Flanders.
I am...
Helen, I don't know yet, but I'm sure she's not a good person.
I'm puzzled a little bit by the additions of the actions of the man at the base of the tree who was chasing her.
I think she's lying.
Like, why is she making that stuff up to her own diary?
I think she's just in case. She's just in case in it, but on the off chance that somebody else finds the diary who isn't Ned because Ned saw the situation unfold, it would have made a lot more sense to just tell the truth, but that's not what happened. We can't question the words of a dead woman.
In the actual episode, is there any kind of resolution to this? Does she shoot the ice cold water at his crotch?
No, literally, that's the last we see of her in this episode. Homer climbs up that tree to carve his name, him and Marge's name on it. So he climbs up the name tree a bit further and sort of eventually I think the tree comes down and he's over a canyon, like hanging on for his life. And then there is no more Maude. So I'm assuming she just got down the tree and then, because she must have seen it, she just got out of the tree and went back to Ned and said, yeah, everything's fine. Let's just go and enjoy our afternoon.
So she kind of like, she took one for the team.
Basically, no footlongs.
Well, shall we end with a song?
Let's do it.
This is that. I think that might have been our shortest set of clips. Some of the videos was 7 or 8 minutes long. This one was like a minute and a half.
Yeah, I've decided to treat the episodes where she's in it like this, where it feels like an alive Maude episode. I just sort of treat it the way I did the old ones, which is less clips to give more time to clip discussion,
which did not happen.
It kind of did. But I thought I'd leave it to 4. Also, it's sort of, some of these episodes coming up now are sort of, it's more, we're back in the Roswell-essence. It's like she's in almost full episodes sometimes, so we'll be looking at episodes for like 2 or 3 episodes again, as opposed to covering like 5 seasons in the space of like 2 weeks.
Well, I'm all up for that, but who wants to go first?
You.
For friends, weird ass car.
I can't. I can't even. I can't read.
How does it smell?
I've just been making it up for the last 90 plus episodes.
For friends, vacancy.
Offered etting, Vergachen Tiggins.
Double Enklicks.
CBOTH, we are Morkokalia.
That I enter a Maddie's couple.
The dressing gigant. Tangles.
Junior dad grandmother's pajamas.
Dorfram Wheatig.
Calvin going down Oinmex.
Fishinf, Cabine, Okachi.
Petus coming doo-doo mustache.
Ralkine, possible Malkafine.
With Beweener in a pat Maude.
Cockavoma.
Tiny Maude, feathers pointed, Simpson peanut.
The Maude Ikaching March.
Luentis, stew, and discajo.
I hat either people love sadly.
The end. That was a good one.
Put clapping in for like minutes in the past, didn't we?
Oh yeah, I did that time. That was a Xenakis reference before Xenakis became a character, because some of his pieces sound like that, right?
Oh yes, I've been putting them in over his flashes.
Oh yeah, it's mad stuff, innit? Oh, but
meanwhile,
at the tavern. Oh, I'd like some toast, please.
I'm sorry, it's past dinner time.
Not morning.
It is. It's floor.
It's morning in my eyes, and you're in my eyes, darling. Give me some toast and sausages.
No, you can have the sausages. I can provide you with the means to make your own bread, the ingredients, and the facilities, but I cannot provide you with bread that is pre-made or toasted bread. And also, I'm a vampire.
Oh, boo-hoo. I'm off-ski.
Growl.
That's a real good Maude horse. See that one?
The one you just sent, let's have a look. A Maude horse. Oh yeah, from the... That is good. That's a good horse, isn't it?
Maude Jack Bowman.
His girlfriend was named Maude.
It's true, right?
Oh, it was Todd's girlfriend was named Maude.
1, 2, pick up that shoe!